Cornerman, both sides, you're getting full waistband on both sides, all right? Gentlemen, you got my instructions in the back. Protect yourselves at all times. Listen to my commands. Touch them up. Back to corner, gentlemen.
Thomas Taylor, very experienced referee, championship fights. And so these two have to feel like they're in a big fight when Thomas Taylor is in the ring with them.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. You know, he's been in a lot of fights, repped a lot of fights. Yeah.
Well, ding, ding, and here we go.
Off the bat, we have a southpaw versus orthodox.
What can we expect out of these guys? Before anything, let me tell you something about Moreira. He also fights in BKFC, so bare knuckle fighting. His last fight there was September of last year, but he only has one victory as far as a boxer is concerned. He's got a record of 0-3 in BKFC.
Oh, well, BKFC, that means he loves to fight, right? He's not scared. He's facing an undefeated fighter right now. He's stepping up to the challenge. You know, I talked to him backstage, and very little words. He was quiet. He was focused. He didn't have much to share. All he said was a shout out to No Name Bar. That's what he said, and a big shout out to his son Asher, who's watching at home.
Saldivar trying to establish his jab. Good left cross right there by Saldivar, who is 6'2". He says that he used to be 5'5" all throughout high school, used to play football. He didn't like it because he wasn't big enough, you know, obviously he was getting pushed around, and then right after high school is when he had his growth spurt.
Yep, and I was talking to him back there. He said he was a motocross athlete.
Yeah.
He started at 4 years old and he stopped around when he entered high school, and it was an individual sport. He said he learned a lot from it, and he's taking it. He's using what he learned from. Ooh. Oh, nice left straight.
Also a good right hook there by Saldivar, and it seems like Moreira is trying to, you know, put pressure on Saldivar, but he's not throwing too many punches.
Yeah, he's closing the distance, but like you said, he's not throwing as much, and Saldivar is able to use his distance and use his footwork to counter.
Good 1-2, couple good left hands there by Saldivar. Rocking Moreira here in the first round. Yeah, Saldivar, you know, being a motocross athlete, he was sponsored by a couple big companies, and so I asked him, you know, why didn't you want to keep on doing it? He said, you know what, I've had enough. I wanted to try something new, and so that's why he started boxing when he was 15 years old.
And now a young professional, looking very well. You know, he's using his reach. He's landing that straight left multiple times. I think he's setting up that big shot, letting Manny step in and close the distance for him.
Last 10 seconds of the first round, good left. And there by Saldivar, who I think has been the one that's been able to get most of the good shots off here in the first 3 minutes of action.
Oh yeah, he was controlling the distance. Manny was closing the distance for him. You know, he was closing the distance for him, but like you said, he wasn't throwing too many punches. Closing the distance, but not throwing too many punches, and that can be dangerous when you're facing a fighter like Anthony, who takes a small step back and throws that straight 1-2.
In the corner of Saldivar, Henry Ramirez, a very seasoned trainer, trained the Nightmare, Chris Arreola, for a very long time out there in the Inland Empire, Riverside, California. And there's the bell for round number 2. Anthony AJ Saldivar, that's what they call him, AJ, in the navy blue and white trunks, and Manuel Manny Moreira, Manny Anarchy they call him, in the red and white. And once again,
nice left hook to the body by Anthony. He's trying to switch it up. You know, early the first round he was throwing a lot to the head, and now he found a home for the body. And I think that shot must have hurt Moreira, because he started backing up a little bit.
Yeah, first time in the fight that he's starting to take steps backwards, Moreira. Even though, you know, he's been throwing some punches, but not with a lot of power either. And there's a good combination, by Saldivar, and steps out. Once he wanted to find a Moreira, couldn't. He was a little bit short there on the 1-2.
Yeah,
Saldivar.
I like that combination that Saldivar is throwing. He throws a combination, loading up in that right hook to the body.
Yeah, good right hook to the body. Saldivar's got 2 knockouts in his pro debut and his last fight. And the other 2 fights in the middle have been unanimous decisions. Again, another good left hand by Saldivar. He's found a home there.
Yeah, Saldivar just controlling distance. He's not overly aggressive. He's just picking his shots right. And then Moreira is still... I like that he keeps his hands up really tight and is able to defend most of the shots. But he's got to be careful, because when he's ready to throw, he drops his hand, and that's when he can get caught.
Moreira's face is starting to get red on the right side of the face. All those left hands by Saldivar landing. Good lateral movement by AJ Saldivar.
Nice left uppercut. He notices that Moreira is keeping his hands up high, but he's bringing his body and his head low. Leaning forward.
And it seems like Moreira is trying, but I don't know if he just is having a little bit too much respect for Saldivar, or whether he's gun shy once he wants to throw those punches, because like he cocks his punches and then all of a sudden, you know, they don't get there.
You know what I think it is? I think it's the small footwork that Saldivar is doing. As soon as Moreira tries to close the distance, Anthony takes a small step back, and when you do that, you create distance and makes it harder for your opponent to land punches.
And there is 2 rounds in the book. This 4-round fight in the super welterweight division. The judges for the fight, let's remind you, are Fernando Villarreal, Pam Haishida, and Jerry Cantu.
Yeah, I think that round, Anthony found a home for that left to the body. You know, he was able to tell when Manny was closing the distance. Take a look at that replay there.
Yeah, that right hook seems to be landing just about any time he throws it. A lot of combinations for Saldivar, as opposed to Moreira, who maybe throws 1-2 jabs and then is a little bit shy about throwing the right hand.
Yeah. Yeah, he's not following through. And again, I think it's because it's that footwork that Anthony is doing. It's taking away those punches from Manny.
And here we go, round 3. Saldivar said, I know that I'm supposed to take this guy out, and I'm going to try and do it. And thus far, you know, he's been landing some good combinations, but Moreira it hasn't seemed like he's really felt the power from Saldivar.
Yeah. Yeah, he's not backing down. You know, he's moving, but he's not, he doesn't look afraid. He's still throwing. Oh. Beautiful combination.
Oh, and there we go. Down goes Moreira. I believe it was a right hook that caught him flat.
Yeah,
right on the chin.
Check right hook as Moreira was closing the distance. Anthony threw a check right hook and dropped him.
There's another one.
Oh, he's going in for the finish now.
Aggressive yet patient, Saldivar. He's got Moreira against the ropes there on the corner. He's able to fight his way out. Good combination once again makes Moreira take a step back. Still a lot of time here in round number 3. Even though it does say round 2 of 4. This is round 3. Moreira's gone down once in this round. The first 2 rounds, I would venture to say that Saldivar took them as well.
Yeah.
So we have to see something different from Moreira if he does want to come out here with a second pro victory.
Yeah, he's having a lot of trouble figuring out Anthony right now, and you could tell the punches don't have the same snap as Anthony's does. That knockdown early on definitely affected him. He still looks a little wobbly. He's throwing though. You got to give him credit. He's not giving up. He's coming forward. He's still throwing punches.
It looks like Anthony Saldivar is a little bit more comfortable now and more confidence because the hands are down by the waist. Like, not only is he confident, but I think he knows that Moreira really can't hurt him.
Yeah, that's definitely a sign that fighters do when they drop their hands. It's definitely a sign of confidence, or it could be a sign of deceive. They try to deceive their fighters, you know. A lot of times fighters replicate their opponent, so maybe it could be a strategy that Anthony's doing to drop his hands, and maybe it will make his opponent drop his hands.
Not good for a young fighter, though, to drop their hands early on in their career. No. They should keep that guard up. Another good left hand there by Saldivar, just as the bell sounds to end the 3rd round. So Moreira doesn't seem to be a bit happy that he went down in that round. He doesn't hit that hard, I think is what he said.
Maybe he fall off balance. Maybe that's what he thinks, but what we saw, it looked like a knockdown.
And here we go again. This is the replay.
Oh, here's a knockdown right check hook.
There it is. And I thought it hit him around the chin, but it looks like it got him in the temple.
Yeah, it looks like it got him in the temple, and I think that's what caused him to lose his equilibrium and take that fall.
Sometimes it's not how hard you throw the punch, but where you land it.
Exactly.
Thomas Taylor making sure both guys have their mouthpiece in. This is the last round. Fight scheduled for 4 in the super welterweight division. And here we go. And now Saldivar does come out with his hands
up high.
High. I'm sure his corner saw that
Yeah.
and told him, hey, listen, kid, you know what? Henry Ramirez knows. I know you think that you've got this in the bag thus far, but let's make sure we protect ourselves at all times.
Exactly. And like you said earlier, it may not be the most powerful shots that drop somebody. You know, it can be the timing, it can be the placement of the punch. And look, in professional boxing, it doesn't matter your opponent. You should always show respect to all fighters, because you never know what punch can do. You know, you could be winning a fight, and in the last round, things don't go your way. You drop your hands. So it's good to practice good technique and show respect for the sport, show respect for their fighters. But I think Anthony feels confident. You know, he's letting his hands go now. Now he's picking up his hands a little bit.
There again, the 1-2. It's been very effective for Saldivar throughout the fight. In control, landing the left hand, that straight left.
And he's pawing that jab. He's pawing that jab. He's trying to get Manny to bite. Right, open up, because he knows when Moreira throws punches, he leaves himself open.
Halfway through the round here on FightStars.network, coming to you live from Long Beach, California. If you ever have the chance, come out here and check it out. Absolutely gorgeous city. And good display there by Saldivar, moving, quick hands. Says his favorite boxer is Pernell Whitaker. From the past, currently Saul Canelo Alvarez. So he's got 2 big names that he wants to try to emulate. There you go, good. I don't know if that was a hook or, there we go.
It was a lungy right hook, the same hook that dropped Moreira early on. You got to give credit to Moreira that he's still coming forward. He just got caught with the right hook right now, wobbled a little bit.
You got to know that he's a tough guy. If he fights BKFC, you know he's a tough guy.
Oh, yeah. Doesn't back down.
Not at all. Again,
he's smiling.
Two left hands there by Saldivar.
Yeah, he's smiling in there. He may not be winning the fight, but it seems like he's enjoying himself. You know, he likes to fight. I mean, if you fight in bare knuckle fighting, you gotta like fighting, you know?
Absolutely. And it looks like Saldivar will walk away tonight with his 5th pro victory. And he lands a left hand just as the final bell sounds. Good performance by Saldivar tonight.
Yep, absolutely.
George.
Yeah, he was composed, you know, for being a very young fighter, you know, 5 professional fights, knocking down his opponent in the 3rd round. He showed a lot of composure. You know, he wasn't going in. Yeah, he went in for the kill, maybe a good 30 seconds, but then after he's like, hey, it's not going the way I want to, so let me pace myself a little bit. And he made those great adjustments.
The good thing, something that I liked about him is he throws a lot of combinations.
Yep.
Sometimes young fighters, you know, especially early on, you know, they're eager to get a knockout. They're eager to show how much power they have. And one thing I liked about Saldivar is that he throws a lot of combinations. He wants to make sure that, you know, he shows his quickness as well. That's something that, you know, as well he's going to have to keep on working in the gym, because I think he doesn't sit down on his punches too much.
Yeah.
I don't know what you
No,
think.
I agree. He definitely likes to, he has really great footwork. And I think because he has great footwork, he's thinking about a lot of movement, right? He thinks about a lot of movement, which maybe takes away from his ability to sit down on his punches. But that comes with experience. You know, that comes with experience. The more he fights, the more he'll realize, the more he goes back and watches his fights, he learns from them. But I'm very impressed. Very great performance tonight.
Let's go to
Ladies and
Jimmy Lim
gentlemen,
Jr.
after 4 rounds of action, the judges are in agreement. All 3 judges scored about 40-35. All 3 in favor of the winner by unanimous decision, and still undefeated, Anthony A.J. Saldivar.
And there you go. Unanimous decision, 40-35 if you count that 10-8 round. So he improves to 5-0, and hopefully we'll see him again soon. This is a guy who opened up